to check out?
11.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, salami pagi from a place. I don't know if I've made a video here as much as I've made in other places in Canggu. We're here in the beautiful city of Sanur. Now Sanur is where you come when you want to take the ferry to the other islands. Sanur is where you come to when you kind of want to have a little break from Canggu. It's a little bit of an older community here compared to Canggu, and it's more of a, what would the word be? It's more of a laid-back vibe. Kind of shuts down a little bit early. As far as I've seen, I haven't seen so many like tourists driving around really crazy. Selamat pagi. And to make it even more like, wow, it used to be so quiet when I came here during the pandemic, and now, look at this. Look at this. This is probably one of the biggest malls. I'm not saying it's the biggest mall in Bali, but that might be one of the biggest malls I've seen in a really long time. Like, especially for here. And they kind of have everything in there, by the way. But I just want to show you guys a little bit, because I'm actually on the road. I'm not staying here. But I was like, why not go for a little bit of a walk, explore a little bit of Sanur, let you guys see the vibe a little bit. But I can already say, if I had to let you guys know, yeah. I recommend this place. More family friendly, I'd say, than Canggu. Because you guys know being there in Canggu yeah, Canggu's Canggu. Here you got a little bit more chill vibes. And like a lot of the places, there's not so many people. There's not so many people everywhere. And you're right next to the beach. So the beach is just on that side right over there. Now you got to find the street to cut over to the beach, and you have all the like kind of like luxuries of Canggu. Pagi. You got like all the luxuries of Canggu. Meaning you have the spas, you have the cafes, you have the restaurants, your poke bowls, your Korean food, your nasi goreng, jewelry stores, shopping. Probably even maybe more massage places here, to be honest, and more currency exchange places. You have all that right here. But you don't have the craziness of kind of Canggu, where you have the bules who drive like crazy, flying by you, almost hitting you. You don't have any of that. So I would almost, to be honest, don't quote me on it, but I probably would stay here in Sanur over Canggu. Now that I say that, this video is probably gonna see so many people, and more people are gonna come here and turn this into Canggu, but I would. It's very walkable, which is very important, I think, because if not, like in Canggu, in this area, you're literally sitting in traffic all day. I don't think people understand that. We're here, yes, there's gonna be traffic, but nothing crazy. You have really nice hotels. Think about a lot of just resorts on the beaches, and on the back side of the beach, in between the beach and the resort is in between the beach and this main street. Pagi, pagi. You have this one street. You have like this street right here, resort, beach. So it's only about a 5-minute walk to the beach. But like I said, you got to find your way to cut through. Not every street cuts through. But could you see yourself here, walking through here? Does it look a little bit different from the last time you were here? Because I was talking with some of my friends. I got some of my influencer friends here that I've talked to that was here with me during the pandemic. Got to see things like I boss. Okay. Kind of, they got to see what it was like there. And we just think about how it is now. And it's important to embrace, and we were kind of looking at each other the people of Bali are amazing and they haven't changed. I'd actually say they're more grateful now than before. It's just changing a lot. And someone said in my comments, they're like, Luke, it's changing, but that's just how it is. And I've been here for 30 years, which is great. Yes, it's true. But I think it's at the same time, it's a warning, because I'm sure people who live in Mexico wish someone warned them about Cancun or Tulum before it got super like, before it got commercialized, you know? And how it would have been nice to have been there and to enjoy it before that happened. Hello. You know, I think of like this store right here is called Uluwatu. No sponsorship by them, but I was in Uluwatu the other day. Completely changed. It's not the Uluwatu that I thought of before. Completely different. Completely. Whoa, it's a big gecko. And look at this. Got a nice little Starbucks right here in the shade. Look at that. I mean, Sanur, people said it in my comments during kind of, when I was here during the pandemic, people said like, Sanur is the place. And I came here and I did not agree. I was like, it's a little too slow, not too much going on. Yo, you all right. I take that back. I take it back. I take it back. And Sanur is just kind of far enough away that people have to think twice, like before they come here. All right. What are y'all's thoughts? What do y'all think about here in Sanur? Now look at this. I don't even know the last time I could be in a place, walk down the street without worrying about like the, you know, here in Bali when there gets to be a lot of traffic. People just ride up on the sidewalk. You're almost getting hit, and not by the locals, by the tourists. They're the ones. Look at this, all these little restaurant areas. Look at this. Pagi. Makasih. Look at all these little restaurant places. And I would say they're like hidden, but they're not. They're on literally the main road, next to a Starbucks, next to, you got so many different places that I think you wouldn't get too tired of coming through here, which is shocking. You can just keep on walking. And at the same time, like I said, you have the ports, so all over to the beach. I mean, all over to the islands if you want to go. All that happens like right over here. And the really cool thing is that usually towns like this get skipped over, kind of like where I live at in Mexico, because it's close to where people do the transport from. So like where I spend a lot of time in Oaxaca, it doesn't get as much credit because people come there as a quick like pit stop to go to the beach. And here, this is more of like not a place people stay. It's actually a place where people come to have a little pit stop before going over to the islands. So the islands is their focus. This is where maybe they stay for the day or just have a little meal and then take off to the island. But if you're like wanting to see Bali and not wanting to be in crazy crowds and kind of, at the same time, this area that I'm staying in, like, so the Starbucks is right there. If you just go down there, the first left turn is probably like 2 minutes, no more, riding. It's like a beach where it's all local people. They're frying bakso, they're having corn, they're eating all the little snacks that they eat here in Indonesia. All that's happening over there. And there were no tourists on that side. I believe all the tourists are further down at the other resorts that are that way, more towards the port, which is great. Because if you go to the beach and other places, you won't really see that many local people there. Good morning, brother. Makasih. This is a little walk through Sanur in the morning, which I think you can do it very easily. And another thing that I'll point out that's very different here than other places is that when you're walking through here, there's shade. You got shade cover here. There's very few cities where you can get like shade cover walking through, but here's definitely one of them. And you kind of got everything. And I find it amazing how the Balinese, I say Balinese because I'm here, that's what I look at, they can stay in a squatted position. They can stay in a position for 6 hours that 90% of Americans can't even get into that position, me included. Like a straight deep squat, heels on the ground, like incredible. 88 chicken, wow, let's check this out. It's called Water on Coconut Tree. Yeah, I'm becoming a fan of it. I think, yeah, after seeing how it was, my perspective is very different. But waiting 20, 30 minutes, oh, the one place I really want, I think it's closed. You know, waiting 20 minutes in traffic, yo, I'm telling you. I talked to some people who were here last year and they said it was crazy traffic. And this year, oh wow, that looks like not good. Whoa. Not good at all, look at that. Don't look at the fact you still come here and visit, but whoa. All right. Makasih ya. Makasih. Hey, apa kabar? And one thing I will say, it's a very quiet city. Like it's 10:30 in the morning right now. And this is how it is in a lot of other places at like 9. And this is the last kind of time that you'll be out before it gets like crowded full of people. But 10:30 and chill. I'm a fan. I can let you know I'm a fan. Sanur, I've only been here a day, but you got yourself a fan in me. Oh, look at this. I mean, look at this. Not every day you can just, like the one place that I can think of that's like this is La Brisa in Canggu, and you can go here and you can come in this place and get your picture if you want to. Just cross your fingers the tourist doesn't hit you. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. So what do y'all think about here? What are your thoughts? Like I said. So what are your thoughts here on being here in Sanur? Would you be able to do it? You think you could do it? I think coming to Bali now, the question to really ask, I don't think now it's like just get to Bali. I think that should be the overall thing. But I think really the question now should be, like, cause you all who book calls with me, you know, I ask, what are you looking for? Cause you're like, I'm looking to Bali to kind of just escape everything. Well, if you go to places like Uluwatu and Canggu, yes, you can escape things, but you're gonna have other things that come up. You're gonna be in traffic. Are you gonna be wanting to sit in traffic for however long? 20, 30 minutes. Are you gonna be wanting to do stuff like that? Like that's what the question is, you know? Like, are you okay with sitting in traffic for, you know, it sneaks up on you. It ends up being about, you know, if I was thinking the other day, I say it's about 2 hours. You're in traffic for like 2 hours a day. Like in Canggu, just to get anywhere, it's at least 15 minutes. If you want to go somewhere on the other side of Raya Canggu, that's like 25 minutes. It doesn't seem like it's 25 minutes, but it's 25 minutes. So you're there and back, that's 50 minutes of the day. And before you know it, for me, I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I must have been in traffic for 5.5 hours. Like for 5.5 hours, yes, I was listening to my books and all that, but still, 5.5 hours. That's not what I came for. That's not what I'm trying to accomplish right now. And I think you have to take that into consideration now. Are you looking to be in nature? A lot of places in Bali, you used to be able to go there and you could be in nature. Now, that nature is being replaced. Not that it's a horrible thing, but where it used to be a rice field and be able to see the beach, now it's just a mall. Where it used to be like rice fields, now you look there and it's just buildings. Used to be just an open field, now it's a resort. That's something you got to keep in consideration when you're looking to come here and to visit Bali, and like, it's a real thing. Like, and actually something you guys have to be aware of. I'm almost making a mistake right now. This is, I would say, is the #1 mistake you can make in Bali. I'm about to show you right now. I almost did it. Oh, look at this. Let's see what all they got here. Breakfast bowls, fruit salads. Hey, pachit. You got seafood, kids meals. Bobby Gouling, people love this stuff. It's a whole pig, goodness gracious. The Bali Mojito, look at that. And not bad prices at all. But I mean, Sanur is the spot. Especially with this mall. I hate to say it, I know. Such a Western, but that mall got AC. You get to walk around. And I love malls because you can meet people. It's underrated. But the mistake you'll make coming to Bali, I'll show you right now. You walk around this heat, get caught up in looking at everything, all the beauty, all the stuff that's going on, and you'll forget one of the most important things. Hey, boy, lakabar. Pachit. You'll forget completely to get hydrated. I'm gonna grab 2 of these. Not taking any chances today. And if you're not feeling good in Bali, these waters right here are really good. But I just discovered this like the other day. These right here, it's the same brand, but like little shots of it. And actually, I'm gonna look at it right now. I might get one just to have this morning. I'm actually really enjoying this stuff. Yeah, like, it's not bad. One little bottle. Yeah, but it gets like 1,000% of vitamin C in it. But you don't know where you can get the next coconut. With tap. And when you say tap, that means like scan with your card. So you've used Apple Pay in a lot of places now. You used to not be able to, now it's okay. Bagus? Alright, makasih ya. Sampai jumpa. Now here's a little hack. It's usually all these places have places you can sit down. But if you're really local, here's what the locals do. They sit down, they drink about 3/4 of their drink, and then they leave the bottles on the table. I mean, you don't have to do that, but that's what the locals do. Look at that. And this is, like I say, this is the mistake people make. You'll walk around and realize you haven't drank anything all day. And these things are a lifesaver. I think I've even saved some people's life with these. I was staying a little bit far from everything. It was late. And the person I knew woke up with a huge, crazy fever. They actually had dengue and they didn't know it. And we were all staying in the same place, so everyone started to be aware. Really late, couldn't get any coconuts anywhere. And I discovered these things. We got this. There's also Bacardi Sweat, which is good, but this is like 97% coconut water. This thing, they were like on the brink of literally like passing away, we think. And all the hospitals only let you in during that time of year if you had something during the pandemic. They'd let you in during COVID. That's the only time they let you in. And now, when I discovered this, they drink, this comes in a 1 liter. They drank 3 of them and fell asleep again. They slept around 16 hours, but they had this in them, 3 liters of this. They didn't wake up to go to the bathroom. They just slept straight through. And we believe this is the thing that saved their life. You know, it's bigger things, of course, but this played a big role in it because they did not have, they didn't have any coconut water, and water just doesn't do the trick. Especially when you guys can feel how hot it is here, and you see the waters just sit in the sun, and then they get put in the fridge like after a few months. Yeah, you would look differently. I've been here for like a month and a half. I haven't drank a drop of water. How crazy is that? I've not drank any water in a month. But with that being said, I'm actually staying in this place, which is a really nice place. It's called Mona. And this is actually a Warong Mona right next to the guest house Mona. I definitely recommend staying here. It's very peaceful. It's like literally, the mall's right there. You saw that, like 2 minutes walking, and you're in a mall, AC, and breathe. And with that being said, it's time for my checkout. And I appreciate you guys. Definitely a place you need to come. I recommend it now so more than before. I didn't recommend it before because it was like too quiet and everything was closed, but now everything's open, thriving, living, so many things here. The big mall's a big attraction, and it's not as many tourists in there as you think. A lot of locals were there yesterday in the afternoons. Tourists I see coming out in the morning. So with that, appreciate you guys. I'm gonna have my hydro cocoa in my room like a boule with AC, and I'll speak to you guys in the next video.